giant boar! Oh. Detective Inspector Edward Barrington speaking.
You don't have to do your work, Boyce dear. It's me.
Oh, hello, love.
Edward father is here and he seems very upset.
Thomas is at the house? What's happened?
Apparently, his employees at the mortuary have all disappeared. He also mentioned something about the attic and strange noises.
All the staff are missing? Put him on, love. I'll talk to him.
He's with little Alice just now, but asked if you could have a look around the mortuary. He says he doesn't want to go back there. It's locked now, but you can use the cellar door. And that if you read his journal, it should explain everything.
I'll go over there right now, love. Don't worry. Shouldn't be long. Give Alice a kiss from me. Bye for now, love.
Bye for now, dear. Please do take care.
Right. I shall need my notebook, my fountain pen, and my pipe. That'll do. My trusty thinking pipe. It's my beloved pipe. Purely decorative. I just use it for pointing with when giving directions. There you are. My handmade 2.5mm piston filler with custom boarskin barrel and gold flexible nib. Nice. Found you. Can't take notes without a notebook, eh? That's everything. I'm ready. Well, this all sounds very intriguing. All 3 of Thomas's staff gone missing? Bob, I'm leaving. To the mortuary! Thomas said the front doors would be locked, and that I should be able to get in through the cellar door. There's a wreath. Rest in peace, Miss Allen. Amazing. I'm in the wrong line of work. It's very dark inside. I can't see anything. Guess what? Locked. To the west is the cemetery. It's rather sprawling and has a lake in the middle of it. Beyond that is nothing but miles and miles of desolate moors. Locked. Good evening, miss. The stained glass shows an image of a bird. A wren, I think. It looks nice lit up like that. An eerie green light is coming from the window. That's the parlour. There's a door leading out into a small balcony. I've never been up there. I can see a table with many chairs around it. door to the chapel, one of the few parts of the mortuary open to the public. Apart from now, a boot scraper for cleaning muddy shoes before you go inside. And scraped. Aha! This must be the cellar door. This is my way in. Sawdust and wood shavings, swept into a pile. It's pine. It smells nice. Ooh, perfect. These look like blueprints for the manor. It's a vise, bolted to the workbench. It's a board of various woodworking tools. They look old, but well maintained. It looks like the hammer is missing. It's a workbench. Thomas actually makes his own coffins. Well, apart from the metal fittings. But still, very impressive. His sister, Miss Ellen, would make the linings. I suppose that's all over now. It's an open coffin. Just about complete by the look of it. It's very well made. I thought the house was supposed to be empty. It's a pile of coal for the furnace, poured into the cellar from a chute in the wall. I once got into an argument with a furnace. Things got heated. Ornate wrought iron gates. There's a wine cellar back there. Casks and racks of bottles. But it's locked. For now. I can't get in here for now, but it looks very interesting. An oil lantern. It's a dark night tonight. This may be useful. There's a little bit of oil in it, but it's missing a wick. I'll bring it along anyway. Hello? Anyone home? Nothing. All right then. If I were a missing person, where would I be? There's a letter. It's from Thomas. It says, "Stan, where are you? Where are any of you? I've waited for as long as I can, but I'm not staying in this house another minute. I'm going to stay with my daughter. Please contact me there as soon as you see this." Thomas's staff apparently disappeared one by one. With everyone still missing, this is evidence. I'll leave it here. The plot thickens. Right, first order of business. head to Thomas's office. He said I should read his journal. It's time to begin. It's signed Frederick Rojas. My beautiful wife, Mary. I don't know what I ever did to deserve her. It's Thomas. Don't worry, old chap. I'm on the case. Formidable forehead. A dandy fop, if ever there was one. When this is all over, I'm coming back with a feather duster. Very stern-looking gentleman. He looks like my old schoolmaster. The old coot. Marvelous monocle. I can hear the air softly breathing through this vent. It's rather eerie, and for some reason, makes me feel sad. It's the stairs to the attic. I suspect a gust of wind blew the door shut and then locked it. There's a small balcony outside with iron railings. Beyond that should be the crematorium, but it's all just fog. Just the wind, I guess? Drafty. The entire house is surrounded by fog. Ominous. Below, I can see the glass house. And beyond that, the cemetery. Friday, the 11th of November, 1910. Sheesh. Thomas's journal. He said this would explain everything. Let's see.
Unexplainable happenings have increased. Lizanne and Sadie have both disappeared without a trace. I fear they may have been victims of these infernal spirits. My darling granddaughter Alice is refusing to return to Hollow Lane Manor. The poor thing saw something that terrified her. The picture she drew for me is very disturbing. But there's something else. I think she has seen something more. Something other than a ghost. I know every expression on her little face, and there's definitely something she's not telling me. Now, to make matters worse, my assistant, Stan, has vanished too. He has the cemetery gates key. Without that key, there are areas of the mortuary complex I simply cannot access. So, it is of the utmost importance that I find him soon. I have no idea what's happening here. I am constantly surrounded by whispering, and there are strange sounds coming from the attic. Right now, sitting at my desk, I can hear the door handle rattling from all the way across the landing. The whole manor has taken on an entirely different atmosphere. I don't like this at all.
Infernal spirits? Nonsense. I think poor Thomas has been in this creepy old house for too long. It's easy to let yourself get carried away, late at night, imagining that you see something out of the corner of your eye. Jumping at the slightest... Ah! Hello?
Edward!
Thomas! Good God, man. What's going on in this place?
I'm sorry, Edward. You wouldn't have believed me. Did you read my journal yet?
Ghosts, Thomas? I mean, really.
Edward, please, believe me. There is something happening there. Something unnatural. I need your help.
I will help you all I can, Thomas, of course. I'll take a look around. Call me again later.
I will. Thank you. Edward, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story.
That's quite all right. I'll just treat this as a missing persons case. Leave it with me.
You're a true friend, Edward. Look in the roll-top desk next to you. You will find the mansion key. It should help you on your way. Good luck. I will pray for you.
Don't worry about a thing, old chap. Bye for now. Call me later.
Please, take care. Bye for now.
He's so dramatic. A photograph of Thomas and his colleagues. That's him on the left. I believe that's great Uncle Crazy Eyes Woolsey. Sadly institutionalized for public indecency. Exemplary mutton chops, though. I have the key. Progress. It's Thomas's key for the mansion. It should unlock several doors. Back to the action. I don't have a suit of armor in my house. Locked. The mansion key unlocked it. I can see a big tree outside. Beyond that, I can just about make out the crematorium. It's very foggy out there. I can also see a narrow ledge leading around the outside of the building. I hope that's not foreshadowing or anything. Please let everyone be all right. It's another one of several model ships in this house. This one is very detailed. Beautiful work. It's a rock, being used as a paperweight. It's a very nice rock. Looks heavy. And kind of sparkly. I can see why Thomas likes it. Well, for some reason I have a rock now. Smashing. It's an impressive painting of a castle. I believe this is somewhere in Scotland. It's Thomas's bed. It's probably full of clothes or blankets. I'll leave it alone. I always thought that calling it the fireplace is such lazy naming. It's the usual poker, brush, tongs and shovel. The hearth is very clean and tidy. The lamp is beautiful. I believe these are individually handmade and imported across the Atlantic Ocean. Might be quite valuable one day. It's about 1 minute fast. It's an old map of the world. Bunny slippers. Classic. But not my size. Adorable. It's the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. Alice was named after the young girl from that book. Trip hazard. It's a drawing of the hallway outside this room. It appears to be the first clue to a treasure hunt. It says, "Dear Grandad, I have made a treasure hunt for you. Start from outside my bedroom door and follow the arrows. You will need some more batteries for my purple light because they have run out. I love you, Alice. Oxo, oxo, oxo." A treasure hunt, eh? I didn't see any arrows outside. It's Steve. That's what happens when you let the child name the pet. Hello, Steve. Keeping busy? Nice net. That might come in handy. I'm just going to borrow your net, okay? A very lovely rocking horse. Perhaps just a quick... Nah. A painting of a house. It says Rose Cottage above the door. Alice is quite the artist. Alice painted this for Miss Ellen to hang in her room. Miss Ellen asked if some flowers could be added. As I recall, she was very particular about the colours. A ballerina marionette. It looks very expensive. It was a gift to Alice from her great aunt Ellen, I believe. A kaleidoscope. I love these things. Ooh! I'll put it back. Very nice. A bit skeletony for a child, though, Thomas. Good heavens. It's a skull on a doily. That about sums this place up. A covered mirror. A mourning tradition. Superstition, really. It's said that after someone dies in a house, all mirrors should be covered for 7 days, so the soul of the deceased won't see its own reflection, and then not be able to pass on to the other side. It's been a lot longer than 7 days. Perhaps Thomas doesn't want to uncover it just yet. It's a silver hairpin. Lovely warm towels. Time period appropriate coins. That's the most amazing photograph I have ever seen. Swan of those days. A small statue of the goddess Hebe, I believe. Why do I always feel the urge to touch everything? I mean, these photos are nice, but that other one, wow. A scrubbing brush. It looks nice and new. The window is made of rolled glass. I can't see much of anything outside except darkness. And the ubiquitous fog. I wonder if he reads them all, or if they're just for show. An old painting of a ship in very stormy seas. There are sailors struggling in the waves. It's uncomfortable to look at. A photograph of a stone tower. It says St. Catherine's Oratory. Yikes! Possibly the scariest thing in the whole house. No offense, madam. There's a note pinned to this door. It says, "Could you take a look at the window in the closet, please? The lock is actually missing. Do you know anything about it? We should keep this door locked at all times until you get a chance to fix it. I'm worried that someone might get up on the roof and be able to break in. Thomas. Let's see. It's locked, all right. If I can get to the window of this closet from the outside, I can find out what's behind this door." Locked. There's a strong nautical theme in this house. I approve. There's a storm coming. It will be raining later for sure. I'm glad I'm inside. Kind of. This is where Thomas says he was pushed from his chair. Well, there's no way he would lie about such a thing. And he would have no reason to either. But ghosts? Surely he must be mistaken. I will solve this case, or my name isn't Inspector Edward Barrington. Which it is. I'll leave everything as it is. It's evidence. A fine vessel. Splendid craftsmanship. Let's have a closer look. It seems there are some pieces missing from this model. 5 pieces by the look of it. Oddly familiar. Ah, lovely. Cozy. Toasty. Warm as puppy bellies. Okay, back to it. Thomas must have had a hard time keeping on top of things with no help left in the house. Ooh, Egypt. It's the front doors. They are locked at the moment, as there is a wreath on the outside. To pay respects to Miss Ellen. May she rest in peace. It's locked. The mansion key unlocked it. Sorry, Thomas. Well, it's open now. There's a light switch. Oh dear. It's all dying. Yeah. I'll pay for that. I can see something in the water, just a bit too far out of reach. This should work. I got it. It's a tiny wooden rowboat. I suspect from one of Thomas's ship models. Why is it... Wait. Oh, Alice. The table has various gardening tools on it, covered in cobwebs. This was Miss Ellen's favorite place to spend her time. I remember so clearly. She would spend whole days in here, making everything perfect. Even in her everyday clothes, she looked like an angel. A broken stepladder, too dangerous to use. A cart of gardening supplies is blocking the bottom of the stairs. I can't get past with this in the way. I can't move it. Strange, it doesn't look that heavy. I open the latch. An oil lantern. There's a little bit of oil left, but it's missing a wick. Unusable as it is. The lantern is no use here. The lantern is... It must be stuck. Perhaps it's rusted. Of course! The oil from the lantern. That should do the trick. I should be able to move it now. Easy. Self-confidence restored. Dignity intact. Face saved. This thing opens the windows up in the roof. I won't mess with it. It's going to rain tonight. It's an old tattered coat, an overall used for gardening. This must be Miss Ellen's. There's something in the pocket. It's a small key. It's a silver key, found in a coat pocket in the glass house. It's very pretty. I opened the... All the flowers from Miss Ellen's funeral have been moved up here from the chapel. The bouquet on the right there was from me, and the toy was from Alice. Poor little Alice. She's only 6. So young to experience a death in the family. I unlocked it. What was that? Hello? Weird. Oh. Miss Ellen's room. Bless her soul. I really feel like I shouldn't be in here, which I absolutely shouldn't. Forgive me, Miss Ellen, but this is an investigation. Miss Ellen had such great taste. Even her luggage is beautiful. I remember carrying those to the carriage whenever she would travel. Well, that was before she got sick. It's Miss Ellen's dresser, another covered mirror. Not only was she simply the kindest, loveliest person you ever met, she was always so immaculately dressed and always smelled so nice. I miss her very much. Some neatly stacked white sheets. It looks like the maid, Sadie, was about to begin covering everything up in the room. But of course, Sadie went missing along with the others, so never got to it. It's Miss Ellen's powder room. I won't be going in there. I can see into the dining hall below. I can just about make out the fallen chair by the fireplace. Fingers crossed. No bloomers. Aha! A diary. Once again, please forgive me, Miss Ellen. I'm not prying, I'm only trying to look for clues.
Diary of Eleanor Gray. Sunday the 2nd of October, 1910. I regret that this may be my last entry. I am almost too weak to hold pen to paper. I at least can rest assured that all of my affairs are in order, my last will finalised and stored in my brother's safe, behind yet another of his sailing ship paintings. It is breaking my heart to have to say goodbye to everyone. How can I possibly let go? I love them all so much. I'm just not ready. I don't feel ready. How can I explain any of this to my darling little Alice? She has been so brave when she clearly knows I am going away. She made me a painting of what she called the Rose Cottage and asked me if she could come and visit me there. At first I didn't follow, but now I realise that the poor child must have overheard adult conversations that she couldn't possibly understand at only 6 years old. This house really is no place for such an innocent soul. Oh, my dear brother Thomas, I will miss him more than I can say. I know he will watch over everyone after I am gone. He means so much to all of them, and I'll make him promise to finally take that sea voyage he has always dreamed of. My beautiful niece Mary, how proud of her I am. What a wonderful mother she is to little Alice. And Edward, she loves him and his silly ways so very much. I know they will always take care of each other. My dear friend Sadie, I am so grateful to have had such a treasured companion over the years. She too is part of our family, and I hope she remains in the house after I have gone. I know Thomas will find solace in her practicality, strength, and courage. And my darling Alice. Oh, Alice. I love that naughty little angel so much. So bright and clever and mischievous too. I know full well that she gets up again during the night to explore the house, and I must ask her to please be a good girl and stay in bed. Grandfather would be very worried about her if he knew. One day she will understand why I couldn't stay and watch her grow into a young lady. But I will love her forever. I pray she always remembers that. I must rest if I am to see them all once more. Thank you, my wonderful family. I feel blessed that this life saw me surrounded by such loving friends. I love you all, Eleanor.
Oh, Miss Ellen, Silly ways? I can see the garden below, with its fountain in the middle. It's a small silver box. Maybe a jewellery box. I can't see a way to open it. It unlocked. There's only one thing inside. It's the pointy thing for the spirit board. You're coming with me, pointy thing. Miss Ellen loved to make beautiful dresses. She also created the silk liners and pillows for Thomas's coffins. A beautiful dress, made from the finest green satin. This must be the last dress Miss Ellen ever made. This is very painful, to be in here. Bless you, Miss Ellen. Miss Ellen had her fireplace blocked up with an ornate metal and stained glass cover, presumably to stop any cold drafts and look pretty while doing it. She didn't much care for wood or coal fires and preferred the subtle warmth of the radiators. At the back of the chimney, there are iron ladder rungs set into the brickwork, perhaps to make the life of the chimney sweep a little easier. I bet I end up back there somehow. I just bloody know it. A pair of silver skulls adorn the mantel. They must be very expensive. This room's decor is certainly eclectic. Miss Ellen, God rest her soul, had two great passions in life: communing with the spirits of the dearly departed beyond the ethereal crossing of death's dark veil, and sewing. I don't mind sitting on the left or right of a rowing boat. Either or, really. Locked. It's the parlour, unused since Thomas's sister Ellen passed away. It was her seance room and psychomantium. Absolute poppycock, of course. But she swore by it all. Bless her. But hang on. It's all lit up in there. That's odd. Splendid. Bell, book, and candle. Candle, book, bell. I shall call you Bony Tony. It's like the captain's cabin of a pirate ship, lost in the fog, but with nice, lacy nets. It's Miss Ellen's spirit board. All right then. Let's try this. Clearing my mind. Mind cleared. By the gibbous moon and the five-pointed star. If there are any spirits present, give me a sign. any sign at all. Wait, something is happening. Fascinating. Some kind of idiomotor effect, no doubt. It's pointing to 6, 4, and 3, over and over. Oh, it pointed to goodbye, then stopped. Well, that was certainly an elaborate sequence, just for 3 numbers. It's Miss Ellen's psychomantium. I don't really want to go in. I'm not scared or anything, it's just weird. Pitch bloody black. Yeah, I hate it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll come back later. Or not. What, the chips? That does it. There's definitely someone else in this house. Hello? Who's there? This must be the painting Miss Ellen mentioned in her diary. Let's see. Aha! A hidden safe. Now, what were those numbers again? Yes! Barrington the Boxman. The safe contains what appear to be ledgers and various important documents, including Miss Ellen's will. I'll leave them alone. I'll have to explain to Thomas why his safe is open now. There's a drawing. It must be from Alice. What on earth? I know sometimes Alice is a bit quiet when she comes home after staying the night here, but I just thought she wanted to stay longer. What did she see? I'm guessing the big chimney house is the crematorium. She was in there by herself? At night? I must keep going. I need to get to the crematorium. There's also a key in here. It's unlocked. I can't see a thing in here. Hold on, there's a light switch. Dodgy. I'll just have to fumble around in the dark, I suppose. I think I can just make out a lamp back there. Aha! Here we are. Much better. Bird cages. I suppose someone in the house at some point kept birds. The birds are long gone now. The empty cages seem sad somehow. A camera. It doesn't look particularly old, or even broken. Maybe it's just in storage. This window is high above the terrace and cellar door. It's not locked. I could open it. I suppose... There's a ledge outside that leads to the left around the building. I think this is my only way to get to the crematorium. I must be crazy. Okay, let's do this. Just think of something else, Edward.